Everybody, what's up? My YouTube TTG fam. How is everybody doing tonight? Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. With me tonight is Jason the Wolf Spatafora, aka the Wolf of Weed Street. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a nice warm welcome.
Thank
you. What's up, everybody? Everybody have a nice day today? How'd everybody do today? How was everybody's P&Ls today? How'd everybody do? Today started off, I started off slightly red. I started off red today and then finished real strong. Came back with some home run action here, guys. The tail of the tape for me today is all about the afternoon and all about the afternoon trade. Today was a real slow day in the morning, and then things started to really heat up later in the day. We had some big time option days, option trades. So the Wolf ripped apart some options in the morning on Roku, call options on Roku in the morning. The Wolf tore those things apart like he always does. If you guys caught, recent live streams, he's been surgical with those Roku trades. And I finished up the day with a put option trade in the SPY, and I caught about a 45% gain on a SPY put option that I probably could have held overnight. And if we open up where we are right now, I would be sitting in some pretty good shape. But I didn't want to get greedy. It was a tough pullback in the SPY this afternoon. It wasn't a clean momentum flush. The pullback in the SPY today was very choppy. That afternoon pullback was very choppy. So I wanted to just, I was up 45% on my position. I was real happy with my trade. Brought me back well into the green on the day. And I'm going to recap that trade with you on the SPY. My SPY trade was a 100% technical trade. It's an ascending wedge pattern in front of a major resistance level or a key resistance level on a longer time frame chart. It's one of my favorite short setups. So I'm going to explain to you guys on this live stream my short setup on the option trade. And even if you guys can't short a stock, it's okay. I'm going to talk to you about put options and my put option trade. We're going to recap that. I'm going to go over some basics on options trading. There's a lot of people that have been asking me about options trading lately. And I'm going to get into that. We have an entire course section on options trading for beginners options and then advanced options. So I'm going to dive into a little bit about options trading because my big win today was a put option on the SPY in the afternoon based on a very, very clear technical setup. And I'm going to cover all of that with you. The Wolf is going to go over his Roku trade. He had Roku call options. He killed it today in the morning. I killed it in the afternoon. I'm also going to go over with you guys a swing trade. Okay, if you guys caught my video from yesterday, I entered a swing trade on NKLA yesterday at 68.85. I'm going to go over the entire game plan with you on that trade. That stock ran all the way to 75 and change today, long from 68.85. I'm going to go over with you the game plan, the thesis, the profit targets, the stop loss, all of it. So we're going to have a really great stream here tonight. I'm excited for all of you guys to be joining me on the live stream so we can go over some options trading, an ascending wedge pattern, and my new swing trade. Okay, those are the topics that we're going to discuss on this live stream. Again, guys, new swing trade, ascending wedge, options. That's going to be the basis of our live stream here tonight. Okay, I want you guys to really give me your undivided attention over the next about hour and a half to 2 hours. I anticipate being on this stream because there's a lot that we're going to cover, especially if you guys are looking to trade options. A lot of people are looking to trade options. They're a fantastic vehicle to trade because it allows people with small accounts to profit from moves in much larger stocks. Now, normally, if you had a $1,000 account, there's no way you'd ever be able to trade the SPY. But you can trade SPY options that are trading at 25 cents, 50 cents, $1. you can absolutely trade those options with $100, $200 positions and pull out 50, 100, 200% gains each and every single day. So I'm going to share a lot of the options strategy with you and how you guys can take advantage of this type of action, technical pattern on the ascending wedge and the new swing trade. Okay. So this is going to be a really good one. What I'm going to do, same way we do start off every live stream, I'm going to give a few minutes for some people to join on. Okay, I usually start my live streams a couple minutes early, just to give people some time to log on. And I'm anxious to get on and talk to you guys. We're not supposed to start till 8:30, but I just can't help myself. I always come on, 15, 10 minutes early. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to you guys. Damn it, this is a good day. This is a good day. So there's a lot of fun stuff. Okay, there's a lot of fun stuff that we're going to be covering here tonight. So I want you guys to get ready to learn something. Okay, I want you guys to get ready to learn something. So go ahead, guys. Let's fire away. We're going to start things off with the blanket Q&A. Guys, go ahead. Ask me questions. Ask the Wolf questions. Anything particular. What I will do is I will just ask you guys. Don't ask questions about NKLA or the SPY specifically. Or you can ask me about the general market, like what I think the market in general is going to do. But I want to reserve specific questions for my trade today and the NKLA swing trade. I want to reserve those questions for when I go over the lessons and I recap the trades. So if you guys have any other general questions for myself, the Wolf, anything about True Trading Group, anything about trading in general, fire away, guys. The floor is yours for the next few minutes while I give time for people to log on. No, I do not want to see you guys entering UVXY, TVIX. I do not want to see you guys entering those. Guys, there is a fantastic blog that Chris Toner, one of our TGD moderators, there's a fantastic blog that he posted on the website today. And it talks about what's going on with the delisting of all the high leverage ETFs like UGAZ, TVIX, and some of the other ETFs. I don't want to see you guys going and buying the TVIX. Like somebody asked me today, Mike, why did you buy SPY put options instead of buying the TVIX? The TVIX is being delisted. And in the announcement from Credit Suisse, they announced that they are going to accelerate the ETF down towards zero. So I don't think that the leverage and the price ratio compared to the VIX and the TVIX, how the TVIX would normally track the VIX, I don't think it's going to be an even ratio like it was in the past with that 2 times leverage. So I don't plan on trading the TVIX. I don't even know what the TVIX did on that pullback today. Yeah, I mean, it barely moved. I mean, the TVIX barely moved. So I'm really not looking for us to. Okay, I'm not really looking or suggesting people buy the TVIX if they're going to be delisted and they're going to accelerate the TVIX to zero, because the TVIX will always work itself down towards zero, and they always have to do reverse splits. So when volatility goes down, the TVIX goes down, and it will eventually work its way to zero. They do a reverse split, and the process repeats itself over the course of time. That's why, like, if I go to the TVIX and I go out to a daily chart, you guys will see all of these splits. You see here, split, 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 split. So a 1 for 10, a 1 for 10, a 1 for 10, a 1 for 25, a 1 for 10. So you can see that they just keep on splitting the TVIX because it will always work its way down towards zero. And now that they're going to be delisting it, I don't suggest that it's something that people start to trade, because I don't think you're going to get the same type of movement in conjunction tracking the VIX like the TVIX normally did. I'm super sad about it, not gonna lie, because I love the TVIX. The TVIX is my favorite vehicle to trade. When that thing is in play, it moves $50, $60 in a single day. It's absolutely mind blowing, the volatility and the moves that ETF would make. But all good things must come to an end, and the TVIX will be delisted. I believe it's July 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's July 2nd. So I'm not going to be trading the TVIX. I don't suggest anybody trades the TVIX, which is why in this afternoon, I did not buy the TVIX. I bought put options in the SPY instead. And I'm going to cover that trade with you guys. All right, so next question. Jai Sim, I'm not really sure. Jai Sim said, "What's the rationale behind the delisting?" I'm not really sure. You know, um, I got to go back and read the announcement from Credit Suisse. I have to go back and read it. But you know, I just think that they're just running into issues with the leverage. I just think that people are getting way too leveraged on some of these positions, and it's just wreaking havoc. And I just don't think they want to carry the leverage anymore. But we'll have to see. Oh God, yeah, Blake, of course. Blake says, "Hey Mike, have you ever had a bad loss on a low float stock due to volatility? Are there any stocks to avoid because of that?" Blake, absolutely. Of course, I've had bad losses on some of these low float, super high volatile stocks. I've also had monster wins on those low float, super volatile stocks. And if you say like other stocks that you should avoid, I mean, yeah, if you are a trader that does not like super high volatile stocks, I highly suggest you stay away from the low float volatile stocks that are halting. You know, the real volatile stocks are going to halt, and they're going to halt 5, 10, 15 times throughout the course of a trading day. Um, and that's your sign of extreme volatility. And if you don't like that volatility, that's your sign to stay away. Okay, that's your sign to stay away. Now, me on the other hand, I love those type of stocks. I love those stocks like U1, FFHL. Like I love those kind of stocks. Like I love extreme volatility, but a lot of traders don't. And if you're one of those traders that does not like that super high volatility, the best advice I can give you is just to not trade them. Like just because everyone's talking about the stock on Twitter, everyone's talking about the stock in chat, doesn't mean that you have to trade that stock just because other people are talking about it. And that's the most important. That's probably the best advice that I can give you is to trade within your comfort zone. Because if you're not comfortable trading those high volatile stocks, what does that mean? It means that your emotions are going to be running wild. That's why you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable because your emotions are running wild. And if your emotions are running wild, well, we know that's a bad thing because you want to trade robotically. You don't want to trade based on emotion. You don't want to make decisions based on emotion. So if those real high super volatile stocks cause your emotions to stir, you need to stay away from them because even the best trade setup on one of those super high volatile stocks, that stock can go up 500%. If you're not comfortable and your emotions are running rampant, you're going to screw the trade up anyway. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay. So, if you do want to trade those stocks, I would say just lower your position size to account for the extra volatility. I do. I lower my position size when I'm trading those stocks because the stock can flush on you in a heartbeat. You might think you're getting out at $10. You might really not get out until $9.25. Those things can flush on you in a heartbeat. So I would suggest to just lower your position size if you want to trade them. But if you're not comfortable, Blake, there's no style points in trading, man. There's no style points. Who cares if you make $1,000, $5,000, $10,000? Who cares what you traded? It doesn't matter if it's a stock that moves like a turtle or a stock that moves like a cheetah. Who cares? There's no style points. You don't have to trade the super high flyers just because everyone's talking about it. Stick to what you're comfortable with. That's my advice to you. Let's see. Yes, Kenneth, I will talk about that. Kenneth says, please explain your SPY put, how the profit grows when you haven't met the strike price yet. I think it was a 313 strike. Yes, Kenneth, my strike was 313. I had the 313 strike put option on the SPY option trade. I'm going to cover that trade with you guys in a few minutes. I'm just going to take a couple Q&As right now on other general trading questions before I get into the trade recap. Let's see. Next question. Bassam, we do. Bassam says it would help to post clearly the positions entered, especially options, ticker, expiration, strike price. We do that, Bassam, every single trade. So when I entered my put option trade today, I specifically said bought SPY 313, 624 expiration, put option $1.46. That's how every single one of our trade alerts will go. So there's no confusion. There is no discrepancy. I also come on the microphone and I tell people what I'm doing before I do it anyway. But even after the fact, even after I come on the microphone, our trade alerts will never just say bought SPY put option, because that can mean a million different things. What strike price did you buy? What expiration did you buy? All of those things you need to be able to specify to know exactly which option contract that I entered. So that's why I'll show you guys my trade alerts from the chat room. Also, you'll see very clearly it says bought SPY 313, 624 put option, $1.46. So it's the SPY ticker, 313 strike price, 624 expiration date, 146 the actual price that I bought the option at. Okay, and that's how all of our trade alerts go. Yeah, Carlos says day trading. Can you talk a bit about it? Can you talk a bit about day trading for dummies like myself? I'm new to investing and would like to learn more. Oh man, Carlos, I mean, I would have to be on this live stream with you for the next 72 hours straight without a break to go over and explain to you day trading, and go over the education that is required to become a consistently profitable trader. Lucky for you, I have already taken all of the education that I've received working at a hedge fund, and I have simplified it and created the courses that are available on the TTG website. So if you guys are new to trading, you want to learn how to day trade, either you want to learn how to day trade or swing trade stocks and or options, guys, TTG, I'm telling you, the education that you receive here is second to none. And I'm not just saying that because it's my education. I've actually received a professional education at a hedge fund. I've seen the material that is available elsewhere. It can't hold a candle to the knowledge and experience and education that you're going to receive as a member of True Trading Group, because you guys are literally going to learn the exact same information that I did sitting in a classroom style setting at a $500 million hedge fund in New York City for 3 months, as different traders and analysts came into that room and they went over different topics every single week. And that's how I learned how to trade. That 3 months of education, that program that I went through before the hedge fund let me trade with their money, I've simplified that material and I've created the courses that are available on our website. So when you join True Trading Group, you're not learning a gimmick. You're not learning my special little secret. You are learning what professional traders use to identify high probability setups, manage risk, take profits, and become consistently profitable. That is what you will learn. That's it. I can promise you that is what you are going to learn. The same stuff that I learned. I didn't wake up one day and I just was this millionaire trader. I didn't just wake up one day and that just happened. Okay, I was taught by professionals this skill set. I didn't just figure it out in my mother's basement or my college dorm. I was taught. So I'm taking that same information. That's what's available in the courses. So Carlos, I can't spend the next 72 hours on this live stream. I need to go to sleep. I need to eat. I got to go to the bathroom. I think my fiance would probably kill me if I spent the next 72 hours on this live stream. But what I would tell you is to sign up and go through all the courses, because the courses are included for free with your membership. And guys, let me see. What is today's date? Today's the 23rd. Okay. So, wow, you guys have 1 week left. You guys only have 1 week left. So next Tuesday, the price for True Trading Group is going up. You guys have 1 week. So right now with the coupon code TTG620, it's a 34% discount, which brings our prices normally $1,665 for the year. With the 34% discount, it's $1,089. It's a cup of coffee a day. The coupon code TTG620 is expiring June 30th. Midnight on June 30th, that expires, and the price is going up because we're adding a bunch of new features. And we're getting charged by a data service provider to provide real-time level 1, real-time level 2, and a real-time simulator. So all of that data, we have to pay for that real-time data. So the price of a membership is going up midnight, June 30th. So if you guys have been considering joining TTG or you've been on the fence, you have 1 week left until the price goes up. $10.89, which is the current price with that code, will be no more after June 30th. Okay, so use the coupon code TTG620, get a 34% discount before prices go up. And anyone that signs up tonight on the live stream before midnight gets included with their membership a one-on-one mentor session with myself or the Wolf or any one of the other moderators that you guys so choose. If you want to do it with me, great. The Wolf, Jason Simmons, Al, any one of the moderators that you guys want, the one-on-one is included with your membership if you sign up by midnight tonight. That one-on-one, we can cover anything that you want. You want to talk about mental hurdles, technical analysis, you want to review your trades, whatever it is, let's dive in, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, that's included with your membership. All right. So Carlos, my advice to you is to sign up, go through the courses. The foundation and beginner courses start you off from day one. You've never traded stock a day in your life. You have no idea what you're doing. You don't know what any of these words mean that I'm saying. You don't even know how to place a trade. The beginner and foundation courses will start you off day one right there. And I promise you that myself, the Wolf, the other TTG moderators and fam in chat will be there with you every single step of the way to help walk you through your progression. Do not ever feel, and guys, this goes for everybody. This is not just for Carlos. This goes for everybody. Do not ever feel like you are asking a stupid question. Do not ever feel like you are bothering me. Do not ever feel like you're bothering the Wolf. Comment on the YouTube videos. Ask questions. I respond to every single comment. Asking questions is the only way that you're going to learn. In chat, once you become a member, ask questions. You have the ability in our chat room to send direct messages to myself and the other moderators in chat. Take advantage of that feature. We are here for you. We are here to help you. I hate when people say, this is a stupid question, but no, it's not a stupid question. It's a question you have. So it's not a stupid question. You're trying to learn. That's how you learn. I encourage people to ask questions. Okay, so use that coupon code TTG620, sign up before midnight, get a 34% discount, get a free one-on-one mentor session, and the prices go up June 30th at midnight. So guys, you're running out of time. You're running out of time. Prices are going to go up in July. All right. Next question. Woo! And Schumann Swain. Oh man. And Schumann Swain. I've got to take a deep breath before I answer this question. And Schumann says, other than the education, what else do you provide? And Schumann Swain, get out your paper and pen because I'm just going to give you a fire ass list. What do you get as a member of True Trading Group? Access to our daily chat room where I share my screen every single day. You see exactly what I'm doing. You know exactly what I'm trading. I'm on the microphone breaking down my analysis, what I see in real time every single day. The Wolf is also on the mic breaking down what he sees. Jason Simmons, another moderator, breaking down what he sees in real time. I will always tell you what I'm doing before I do it. There is never a surprise, I bought this stock, now you guys chase it. I always tell you what I'm doing before I do it. That's the key. I'm confident in my trades. I call them out before I make them. I tell you exactly what I think the stock is going to do. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I will get in there and tell you guys, if the stock gets to this level, I'm a buyer at this price. My order is sitting at this price. People can get in even before I do. You don't have to wait for my trade alert to act. Okay, that's included in your membership for an entire year. The mobile app is included. mobile app for iPhone or Android. This way, if you guys are not able to be in the chat room during the day, you can follow along on your iPhone or your Android or your tablet and still view the screen share. Because like I told you, I share my screen with you during the day. You can follow along with the audio analysis, just like I'm talking to you now. You'll hear the audio analysis throughout the day. I'm on the microphone all day long. So is the Wolf, so is Jason Simmons, telling you what we're doing, what we're seeing, what we expect to have happen. That's included in your membership. Real-time push notifications. Whenever myself or the other moderators execute a trade, a push notification gets sent to you in the chat room, but also on the mobile app in real time. There's no delay. So even if you're in the car, you're playing golf, you're at work, you're at your kid's soccer game, you can still follow along with the trades that we're making. Okay, that's included. Stock screener. We have a stock screener on our website, okay, that you can filter through different sets of criteria that can populate for you a list of stocks. If you want to know the top gainers that are over $1 a share, under $10 a share, that have traded more than 10 million shares, you can filter that in on our website on the stock screener. It'll filter out for you all of those stocks. Stock profile section. You can, any company that you're interested in. You're interested in Tesla? Cool. Type in Tesla. You'll get a downloadable PDF report with all this information about Tesla, news, financial information, an active chart. You can go and do your charting directly on our website. Analyst reports. We compile all of the analyst reports that cover that specific stock and give it to you in one report. So let's say there's 20 different analysts that cover Tesla. We're going to show you how many have a strong buy, how many have a buy, how many have a hold, how many have a sell, how many have a strong sell. Okay, price targets. We give you all that information in a compiled analyst report. All of this is included in your membership, Swain. All of it. All of the courses. Beginner foundation stock trading, advanced stock trading, beginner options, advanced options, trader psychology part 1, trader psychology part 2, how to thrive during a stock market crash. All of those courses included in your membership. All new courses also included in your membership. If I come out with a new course next month, you automatically get access to it as a member. There's no upcharge. It's not, hey guys, new course, but that's $300. No, BS. You guys become part of the THD family. You are part of the family. You get access to every single resource we have at our disposal to help you on your journey of consistent profitability. You also get access to the premium blog that is updated daily by myself and the other THD moderators. That includes general market commentary, trade ideas, trade recaps, general market information and educational content updated daily. You also get our watch list between 8:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern time every single day. We load up a watch list of the stocks that we are watching on the day, not just the stock we're watching, but why we're watching. What's the support levels we're looking at? What's the resistance levels we're looking at? What's the news, if the company has news, what we think the stock is going to do. All of that is included in your membership. And if that's not enough, sign up before midnight tonight, and a free one-on-one mentor session is included in your membership. So when you ask, Mike, what's included in your membership? There's your laundry list. I'm probably missing something too. I'm probably missing. Oh, text message alerts and email swing trade alerts. I forgot about that. So every time I enter a swing trade, aside from the alert in chat, the push notification on the app, I also send an email with the entire thesis behind the trade. Like, why am I entering this as a swing trade? What's my profit targets? What's my stop loss? And most importantly, what's my intended hold time? Do I plan on holding this stock for 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 weeks? Okay. Some people with small accounts, they want to know, well, how long is this capital going to be tied up in this position? I let you guys know. All of this is included in your membership, Swain. With this coupon code, TTG620, with that coupon code, this is $1,089 for the entire year. It's like $2.50 a day. Literally. Okay. That is what you guys get when you join and become part of True Trading. Okay. So like I'm telling you, take advantage, guys, before June 30th. The price is going up. I can't stress this enough. Sign up by midnight tonight, get the one-on-one, get the 34% discount, pay $10.89 because prices are going up to like $1,200, $1,250 in July. Okay. So you guys have 1 week left to jump on this. Okay, let's see. Jason says, do you guys go over spreads? Because that's something I want to learn. Jason, by spreads, I assume you mean credit spreads and debit spreads. Yes. Okay. I don't frequently trade credit spreads and debit spreads. Sometimes, once in a while, okay? But when it comes to debit spreads and credit spreads, the advanced options strategy course covers debit spreads, credit spreads, iron condors, straddles, strangles. Now, these are more advanced option strategies that involve buying and or selling multiple options within the same trade. The beginner intro to options course is just focused on calls and puts, like buying calls, buying puts, selling calls, selling puts. That's beginner options. How to know what strike price to select, how to know what expiration to select, how to control and manage risk on options, how to set profit targets when trading options, how to determine position size trading options, how to know when's the time to enter the option trade, understanding time decay, intrinsic value, extrinsic value. That's all in the beginner options trading course. So for those of you that are interested in learning how to trade options, definitely start there. You have to understand how to trade calls and puts first. You can't worry about straddles, strangles, iron condors, debit spreads, credit spreads. Don't even worry about those. Butterflies, don't even worry about those. Learn calls and puts first. Become profitable in trading calls and puts first. Then worry about the advanced option strategies. Okay, that's my advice to you guys. Ha! Abhishek Pandya is a TGD member and says, Mike, you missed the best part. The membership comes with the awesome TTG family. That is true. Honestly, that is true. And Shuma Swain, your question, that is true. Because we truly are a family. And when you guys join True Trading, you get a support system. You get a support system. It's not just me and the moderators. The TTG family supports each other like I've never seen. I've worked very hard to get to have that atmosphere in chat, and it's rubbed off on the members. And everyone truly gives a damn about each other's success. Everybody is there. I mean, when people have bad days, if someone makes a mistake, members are there picking each other up, reminding them about trader psychology lessons, reminding them that tomorrow's a new day, reminding them, like helping them get through a tough time. You know, like birthday wishes. I mean, there's friendships that are developed, guys. This is something I've gone golfing with members. I've gone to Vegas with members. I've gone to dinner with members. Like, we develop friendships. TTG is not a community where you sign up, you know nobody talks to you, you feel like you're an outsider, and then people unsubscribe, and then they just, like, it's a revolving door. TTG is a family, and that family is growing. And everybody truly cares about each other. We all know each other. We actually have 2 members in Amsterdam, as crazy as this sounds, like small world. 2 members in Amsterdam that live 10 blocks away from each other. How crazy is that? And before COVID, like, they were getting together on weekends, like getting coffee or getting a drink at the bar and talking stocks and going over trade ideas. Like, how incredible is that? TTG's been around since like 2017 is when we first launched to the public. We have a lot of members that have been with us since 2017. And that's what I mean by relationships are built. And they're with us since 2017 because they're successful. They're having success. They're making money. They're becoming better traders. They're reaching milestones. They're getting bigger. They're getting better. That's why they're still here 3 years later. And that's how relationships are built. That's how relationships are built. So yes, you're right. I forgot about that a membership to TTG comes with the TTG family, and we truly are a family. Yep, exactly, Glenn. Glenn says, yep, and it's one price for everything, no extra fee for anything extra, never will ask for any money whatsoever. It's the truth. Does Netflix ask you for more money when they come out with a new TV show? When the Tiger documentary that everybody went crazy about, the Michael Jordan documentary, The Epstein documentary? Did Netflix say, oh, you want to watch this? It's an extra $25. Or is it included with your membership? All the content Netflix has is included in their membership. There's no upsells. There's no Netflix premium. There's no Netflix inner circle. There's no Netflix VIP. You sign up to Netflix, you get their content. That's it. TTG, same way. Sign up to TTG, you get all our content. Done. Easy. Simple. No upcharges.
Yep. And Epstein didn't do it.
Oh, I love it. Yes, Brandon. Yes, Brandon says, I can't tell you guys how good it felt to have Mike come on the mic and confirm the SPY ascending wedge that I was tracking all day. The education is real and it works. Brandon, hell yes. Hell yes. That was an amazing chart setup. Okay, I'm going to take a couple more questions, guys, and then we're going to dive into this SPY option trade. 45% gain on the SPY option. It was a picture-perfect technical setup. It's an ascending wedge, which is one of my favorite short setups that was forming directly beneath a key resistance level. I love when I see an ascending wedge form directly below a key resistance level. I will short that setup every single time. Now, in this case, I didn't short the SPY. I just bought put options on the SPY. And if you think the stock is going down, you buy put options. I'm going to get into options with you once I cover this trade. But the SPY option trade, I'm going to go over with you the technical lesson on the chart because it's a damn good one. I want you guys to take notes when I go over this technical lesson because you are going to be in awe when I go over the technical analysis behind this trade setup. So the next time you see a pattern like this, you can jump all over it. While I go over that recap, I'm going to cover with you some basic option material, okay, helping you guys trade options and get familiar with options, and then kind of lead you into a segue to kind of warm you up a little bit before you dive into the beginner option course. For those of you that are joining us, that are joining True Trading Group tonight, you're going to take advantage of that 34% discount. You're going to take advantage of that one-on-one. I suggest highly that you guys go through that beginner options course so you guys can start trading options with the Wolf and myself. All right, let's see. Das Snail says, yeah, but the people here are way cooler than the people on Netflix. I love it. Omatayo, don't worry about it, man. Omatayo said I had to take the first exam like 4 times before I passed. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, though. Omatayo, don't worry, bro. Take your time, okay? Everybody goes at their own pace with this. Take your time. It's more important, Omatayo, not that you pass the lessons on your first time, but more so that you pass them over time, okay? You want to make sure that you go through the course material until you understand it. There's no rush. The stock market's not going anywhere, guys. I promise you, the stock market's always going to be open tomorrow. It'll always be open next week, next month, next year. It's not going anywhere. So don't feel like you have to be rushed to learn the material and start trading. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Learn the material first. You can follow my trades all you want, but you will never be as good as you can be if you understand why I do what I do. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's why I put such a focus and emphasis on the education. I want you to, that's why I'm on the microphone with you all day long. I'm on the mic telling you exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, what I think is going to happen, why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that. Why is my stop loss here? Why is my entry here? Why am I take profits where they are? You need to understand and you need to learn how I think about my trades, how I execute my trades, and why I execute my trades. That's how you guys learn. That's how you learn. It's not just follow the leader and shut up. It's ask questions, learn, listen to my analysis, because it's very important to understand and hear the way that I think about a trade. Okay? The more you listen to the way that I talk through my trades, the more you will start to analyze setups in the same manner. The more you will start to approach trading in the same manner. The more you'll start to remove emotions from your trading and think more robotically, think more analytical, more statistical, more based on probability, less on fear and greed. That's why it's so important that I go over all of that stuff with you. So, Amateo, take your time, bro. Take your time. If you have any questions about what you're going over, if you don't understand something in the courses, don't be shy, man. Send me a message in chat. DM me in chat. Say, Mike, I was going over chapter 2, lesson 3. I didn't understand this one part. I took the exam. I didn't pass. Like, can you help me out? Maybe I'm understanding this wrong. No problem, man. I'm here to help. Okay? I'm here to help. I do these live streams. We take Q&As. I'm here to help you guys. I had a mentor that helped me. I'm now passing that mentorship on to help you. Okay? Don't be shy. All of this is part of the, it's what happens when you become part of the TGD family. That's why, like, I actually literally had a new member. His name is Richie. I won't give you his last name just in case he doesn't want me to say it. But if you're on the live stream right now, you can chime in if you want, but I won't say it if he doesn't want me to say it for privacy, whatever. But he had asked me a question today and thought it was a silly question. I told him, I was like, yo, man, nah. And was like thanking me for answering his question. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to, like, he was blown away that I spent the time to answer his question in the middle of the day while I was in 2 trades. I was in NKLA and I was in the SPY put options, and I answered his question. And I was like, bro, you're family now. I really mean that. Like, you're family now. You joined TTG. That's it. I'm going to do everything in my power to help you succeed, just like I would do anything in my power to help my sisters succeed, to help my father retire early, to help my cousin pay off his house. Like, I'm going to do everything that I can in my power to help you achieve your goals, just like I would do the same for my blood. You guys are part of the TGD family now. I truly mean that. So you guys, that's what I mean by don't feel like you're bothering me when you're asking me questions. I'm here to help you guys. Okay, so somebody's asking now about what do you mean by passing? Okay, so somebody's asking, what do you mean by passing? Okay, so long-winded. So what Amateo was talking about, every course in the curriculum has a quiz at the end. There's an exam. If you get an 85% or higher on the exam, you get a badge for that course. If you get all your badges, you become TTG certified. You get a certificate. You can print it out, hang it on your wall, put it on your desk. You can share it on social media. It lets everybody know that you've received a professional education. Because when you pass the TTG curriculum, you have just learned the same stuff I learned working at a hedge fund in New York City. You didn't just read a Trading for Dummies book. You didn't just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Okay? You guys went through the curriculum, the courses, and the material. Okay? That's TTG certified. So that's what Amateo was talking about and referring to. Like, I had to take the first course, the first quiz 4 times. Doesn't matter if you have to take it 10 times. You keep taking it until you pass it. And if you have questions, let me know. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll take like 1 or 2 more questions, guys. John, I have to take a look at it. John Pescone says, what do you think about the crazy news pop and call options insider trade on Dell at the end of the day today? John, I didn't even see it, brother. I'd have to look at it. I didn't even see what you're talking about. I mean, Dell's not a stock that I follow. It just barely moves. It's not a stock that I follow, but I will. I'll take it. I'll take a look. I'll check it out. Oh, Galax TP3 says, I wish I had joined your club. Galax TP3, there you still got time. You got 7 days left until the prices go up. And if you sign up in the next 3 hours, you get a free one-on-one mentor session with your membership. Yep, I'm Mateo. The Wolf is here. Mateo was asking for you, Wolf.
What up?
What up? Yeah, he's here.
I'm looking at some other stuff. Yeah, guys, we had a great day today. You know, I mean, Mike missed a couple of my trades. I mean, they were quick. Chronos, which I'm surprised nobody's asked about marijuana today. We got into Chronos calls, caught the entire move and bounced. And I shorted, I went puts on INO, if you could believe it.
That was crazy. Yeah, that's right. My bad, dude. You had actually a really good day today. Yeah. You kind of crushed. You kind of crushed it today.
Oh no, I did crush it.
Yeah, like the Wolf quietly crushed it today. He killed. That's right, dude. I totally forgot. He killed Roku. He killed INO, and he killed Chronos. Right? Those are the three.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Wolf actually, and they were all options, right? All options.
Yes. So Chronos was.
Wait, Wolf, wait, hold on. Blake just goes, "Baby, come back." Guys, that's an inside joke in the TGG family. If you're not part of the TGG family, you don't understand the joke. Join the family. I promise you'll get the joke tomorrow. Baby, come back.
So I was doing quiet booms today. Yeah, guys, you have to understand. You know, a lot of my options trades today, especially Roku, it wasn't linear. It wasn't like, hey, we bought it here and then sold it here. We caught a move in the morning from what was it? $3.37 to $4. Got everybody to take profit, and we knew it was going to pull back. It pulled back, got in lower, 320. Some people got even lower than that, and then the option ends up going to 460. And then INO, and then Chronos. You know, we just took advantage. So, you know, we ended up making, you know, if you put together the two first Roku trades, it comes out to close to 100%. You know,
yeah.
We use house money. I mean, and everybody thought I was crazy for going against INO. And I said that. I said on the mic, I go, look, this is high risk. I go, I'm stepping in front of a freight train, but I see something. And I got to trust my gut on this. And what I saw was just around 1 o'clock that the MACD started to curl to the downside, which it hadn't done all day. And I'm like, well, maybe this is just going to be profit taking. And we were at 2160, and it ended up going below 20. So yeah, good day. Quiet booms.
Yeah, quiet booms for the Wolf. The Wolf. I'm a lot more energetic with my booms. So when I hit a home run trade, TTG members, you guys all know it's coming. I'll give you guys what a boom sounds like in the TTG chat. When I hit a home run trade, it's boom! Like that's what I do, like on the mic when we hit a home run trade. The Wolf is more like, all right, guys, final take profit, 85% gain, boom. Like those are the Wolves, boom. But yeah, guys, good stuff. Oh, nice. Somebody said I just had a good buddy of mine was in TTG Tuesday today, and they made $500. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Any other questions before we dive in? Any other questions? Mateo, I'm gonna be here as long as I need to. I don't know, guys. We'll be here for probably another hour and a half at least. I want to go over these trades with you guys. How much is the lifetime membership? So Lifetime membership, guys, right now, this is also going up in July. So you have 7 days left to get the lifetime membership at this price. Lifetime membership is $3,996. That includes 4 one-on-one mentor sessions per year. Okay? That includes 4 one-on-one mentor sessions per year. Okay, that's a lifetime membership is $3,996. We can post a link in chat if you guys are interested. Mike, do you eat bread? I do eat bread. I'm not sure what the relevance is to that question, Ned, but yes, I do eat bread. Yes, Matilnet says, are we live? Yes, we're live. Danmer says, Mike, what advice would you give to someone that enters a trade too early? It's kind of a loaded question because I don't know where you're entering these trades early, how early you are, and if you're early on timing, if you're early on price. I think it's just it's just too hard of a question for me to answer because I'm not sure exactly. We'd have to review your trades. But
well, I think it's an easy one to figure out, though. If you're entering the trade too early, then maybe what you should be doing is managing the size of the trade that you're going in with, especially if you have a tendency to go in too early. So if you're going into a stock at $10, say you want to buy 100 shares, that'll cost you $1,000. So if you have a tendency to be early, buy $300 to start, see how it's doing. That way you can improve your average once you get a better feel for it and it settles in. Problem solved. Join TTG.
All right, let's see. All right, I think we're good. Mike, is what you're showing on your screen part of the TTG membership? No. Okay, so FitFam says, Mike, is what you're showing on your screen part of the TTG membership? No, what I'm showing on my screen, this is TC2000. I use TC2000 for charting. You could use them for trading if you want. They do offer trading services through Interactive Brokers. But it's not included. This is a separate service that I have a membership to TC2000 that I use as my trading software, my charting software. I trade with Lightspeed. I just hate Lightspeed's charts. I think TC2000 has the best charting software out there by far. That's why I use TC2000. You don't have to use TC2000 if you're using Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, E-Trade. Their charting softwares are perfectly fine. You don't need to pay for TC2000. I just hate Lightspeed's charts. So I use TC2000. I think they're the best. Justin, good question. Justin says, how often do you use put call ratios when trading options to try and identify the stock's direction? Not that often, actually. I'm of the mindset that you guys won't see me place any of my trades based on what other people are doing, ever. I don't make my trades based off what other people are doing. So, for example, some traders, when they see a huge bid on level 2, they'll buy the stock because they're like, oh my God, there's a big buyer. So let me buy the stock. I don't do that. People say, oh my God, there's a huge seller. That means maybe the stock's going to go down. I'm going to sell my position. I don't do that. Some people say, well, the put call ratio on this particular stock, calls are in favor. That means the stock's going to go up. I don't do that. Unusual option activity. Somebody just bought 5,000 options. Somebody just bought 5,000 options for contracts for a specific option. So that means that the stock must be going higher. I don't do that because those other traders, you never know what's on the other side of that trade. Like somebody can buy $1 million option position in a stock like Roku, right? Maybe they buy $1 million put option position. And you're like, oh my God, the stock's going to go down. You know, someone's betting $1 million the stock's going to go down. You don't know that. How do you know that they're not long $25 million worth of the stock and they're just buying $1 million put option as a hedge in case the stock goes down to protect the profit that they have on the $25 million stock position that they're long? You don't know that they're betting the stock's going to go down. You're reading $1 million put option position and thinking that it's a bearish bet. When in reality, the trader that just made that bet is extremely bullish because they're long $25 million worth of the stock. You don't know what's on the other side of that trade. That's first and foremost. And secondly, they can be wrong. Just because somebody places a big bet on a stock doesn't mean that they're right because they placed a big bet. Just because your position size is millions of dollars doesn't mean that you're right. You can get hosed just like anybody else. You can buy a $1,000 option position. Somebody else can buy a $10 million option position. You can be right and they can be wrong. Just because they bought more than you doesn't mean that they're automatically right. I don't place my trades based on other people's actions. I place my trades on my analysis, my confidence, my education, my experience. Okay, my analysis, not somebody else's. So I don't try to let things like that dictate my decisions. I'm a damn good trader. I'm confident in my abilities. I don't care what other people are doing. I care about what I see. I care about my analysis. I care about what I think. That's the point that I'm at in my trading career. So I don't really use these other types of indicators that some other people look for. Okay, that's like looking for like a shortcut. It's looking for like a way to see under the hood of the markets. And it's just not a way that I personally listen. I know a lot of people that do trade like that. I don't. So just me personally, I don't do that. All right, what else? Nice, Flacco. Flacco says, I was in Teach You Tuesday for the first time today, and it's the first day that I actually made money trading. Nice, Flacco. First of many. So, guys, what Flacco's referring to, he said TTG Tuesday. What he's referring to is on Tuesdays, we open the chat room up for free for people to come in and check us out. So Flacco was in chat today as a guest and made some money today trading. So Flacco Hendricks, nice job. Congratulations. Congratulations. Nice, Harvey. Harvey says, yeah, Lauren, Tuesdays are free to join. You can join every Tuesday till you know. The group is real. I've been joining every Tuesday for a month before I signed up, and I regret not doing it sooner. Harvey, it's been a pleasure having you part of the team, bro. Oh, no, Lauren. Lauren's like, if you guys are honest with me, I'll consider it. Are y'all paid by Mike? Lauren, nobody here is paid by Mike. Guys, what I'm actually going to do right now, any of my TTG members, if you guys are watching the live stream right now, any TTG member that's on the live stream right now, comment in chat, talk to Lauren, talk to our guests, tell them that you guys are just here learning, earning. You're not paid by me directly, but you're paid by me indirectly with the education that you guys are providing and the money that you guys are making trading. But comment, let Lauren know that, no, you guys are not paid by me. This is all just my TGG fam being my TGG fam. You guys support me, I support you, and that's why we're all family. Samson 11, it's not just me. Samson11 says, Mike, what happens to TTG if something were to happen to you? Just asking because I think about these kind of things. I'm sorry for this kind of question. Listen, it's a valid question. This is why I focus on education, though. Okay? This is why I focus on education. It's don't just give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. Okay? So, two things. Okay? Two things, guys. Okay? Couple of things. First, I am not a one-man show. This is not the follow the leader. True Trading Group is called True Trading Group for a reason. It's not called michaeledward.com. Okay? It's not just me. There's other moderators, other professional traders that are in there guiding members through the day, calling out trades. The Wolf is one of them. Jason Simmons is another. Alex Campbell, Jay Downing, Chris Toner. Those are the TTG moderators that all of us are calling out trades, answering questions, going through the analysis each and every single day. Okay? Each and every single day. All right? So it's not just me. I'm not a one-man show. Okay? That's first and foremost. Secondly, this is why I place such an emphasis on the education, because I want you all to learn this skill so that you could excel at this without me. My goal is for you to be contacting me. One of my favorite things that had happened, one of our original members from 2017, he's actually one of my biggest success stories. He was the first member to crack the $100,000 mark. He was one of our original members in 2017. After about a year and a half in the chat, he had said to me, Mike, I'm ready to try to do this on my own. I'm going to stop logging into chat and I'm going to trade on my own for a few months. I'm going to see how I do. I said, okay, man, let's do it. Let's go for it. I still did one-on-one mentor sessions with him, but he was not in chat. He did not want the analysis. He wanted the analysis on his own. He wanted to go through, identify setups, place the trades, go through the analysis, the risk management. He wanted to do it on his own. He calls me 8 months later and says, Mike, I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough. He owns his own IT consulting business. He goes, I am now making more money trading than I was or than I am running my IT consulting business. That same trader is now averaging anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000 a month in profit trading. That does not count his IT business. Okay, in just under 3 years. And he was not a big trader when he first joined True Trading. He just built it up bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as he progressed. It's actually one of my favorite stories because that is what I want to get you guys to the point where you don't need me. Okay. I want to get you to the point where you don't need me. All right. But anyway, if something does happen, it's not a one-man show. There's a lot of other moderators and professional traders that are in True Trading Group that can guide you guys through the day, and everyone specializes in their own stuff. Okay. Okay, guys, that does it for our questions. Okay, that does it for our questions. What I want to do now is I want to get into the trade recaps with you. All right, let me take a quick little sip of water, and then we're going to get into these trade recaps because there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to learn. All right, 9:30. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about here, guys, is going to be Island Girl. I use Lightspeed. Okay. Okay. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is my swing trade, NKLA. Okay. I want to talk to you guys about NKLA. This is my swing trade that I entered yesterday, long at 68.85. Okay. If I take you guys to a daily chart, I want to show you guys the setup that I was looking at here. The daily chart on NKLA. What do you notice right away? As soon as I enter, the chat room, James, the chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time every day. Closes at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time every day. Okay. Now, the first thing that you notice when I pull up this chart of NKLA is trade line support. Okay. Some people are saying, what's the trade line? I've never heard of that before. That's because it's a professional indicator that I was taught. The trade line is the 9 exponential moving average. Okay. It can be the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's personal preference if you want to use the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exponential moving average. I use the 9. Okay. All of them are going to be extremely similar. The 8, the 9, the 10, the 11, the 12 is going to have such a tiny difference between those different EMAs, exponential moving average. I use the 9. Okay. So here's your 9 EMA. Here it is. Here's your trade line. Look at this support. Going all the way back to the middle of May, you will see beautiful trade line support. And after we had this big squeeze move after the merger, we pulled back, we found support, and we started trading in a tight consolidation. This was a very tight consolidation for a stock that just had such a massive move. And I'm thinking to myself here, NKLA is heavily shorted. Is the stock overvalued? Yes, you bet your ass the stock is overvalued. Okay. But I'm not long this stock because I think it's a value play. I'm long this stock because I think it has the technical makings of a rip your face off short squeeze. I think NKLA has the makings to possibly be like SPCE, Beyond Meat, Tilray. I think this stock can really squeeze. There's a large short position that's on this stock. Electric vehicle stocks are on fire lately. Just look at Tesla. They're in the news. People are talking about NKLA. They're talking about other electric vehicle companies. They're getting new orders. Consumers are buying more and more and more and more and more electric vehicles. And this stock is starting to make some moves. So the float on this thing is not very big, and a large chunk of the float is locked up by founders and insiders that are not selling their positions. This has the makings of a technical short squeeze. What happens when you get a stock like this? If the float gets locked up, what I mean by if the float gets locked up, the shares that are available to trade in the public are all in strong hands. That's what it means by the float's locked up. Let's say there's 50 million shares in a float. If all 50 million shares are bought by strong-handed investors, meaning they have no intention on selling this stock for a long time, that makes the float even smaller, the actual float even smaller. If someone comes in and starts to accumulate and just keeps buying up the float, eventually there's no shares in the public markets to be traded. So when people short the stock and the float gets locked, if you are short a stock, you have to cover your position at some point. In order to cover your position, you have to buy the stock. But if the float is locked, the amount of shares that are available in the open market are extremely low. So when shorts go to cover their position and they buy stock, it starts to push the price higher. Then on top of that, you have people that are trying to get long the stock that want to invest in the company. They start to buy the stock. The stock then starts to move higher even more. And as the stock starts to move higher even more, shorts start to cover more aggressively because they're getting scared and they're losing money. That in turn pushes the price even higher faster. Then you have longs that want to get long the stock that are dealing with FOMO because they see the price rising. They think they're going to miss out on the move. They then buy the stock more aggressively, which in turn pushes the stock higher even more. This is how short squeezes work. This is why Tilray went to 300. This is why Beyond Meat did what it did. Let me just pull up those charts. Let's pull up Tilray. You guys remember this? You guys remember when Tilray went from $25 to $300? That was a short squeeze. You guys remember Beyond Meat? You guys remember when Beyond Meat went from $46 to $240? This was a short squeeze. You guys remember SPCE? You guys remember when SPCE went from $7 up to $43? This was a short squeeze. This is what I think could possibly happen to NKLA. Yesterday, I entered this position at 68.85. Let me explain to you why. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. You can see very clearly, okay, a channel that this stock has traded in for the last 2 weeks. Here's your channel for the last 2 weeks. NKLA has traded within this channel. Yesterday, we had a gap down. Let me go to a 3-minute chart now. Let me delete this. Let me zoom in. Yesterday, we had a big gap down. See that big gap down? Here's yesterday. Here was the prior day's close. Here was yesterday's open. So here was Friday's close. Here was today's open. That's a significant gap down. And what did the stock do? It gapped down to the bottom end of that channel. Okay, here's the channel. We gapped down to the bottom end of that channel. And the stock got bought up all the way to go green on the day. And finish green on the day. That to me was a tremendous sign of strength. Yesterday would have been the perfect opportunity for this stock to have broken down out of this consolidation and done that. Would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. We gapped down right into the trade line. Right into the trade line that I just said to you guys has been support for since early May. We gapped right down into the face of that level. Yesterday would have been the perfect opportunity with that gap down. If this stock was weak, we would not have pushed and went green. We would have stayed red. We would have pushed down further. We would not have tried to go green. We would certainly not have gone green. We certainly would not have rallied into the close like we did yesterday. Yesterday's gap down was a tremendous opportunity for this stock to fall apart. So yesterday's red to green move was everything I needed to tell me there's a lot of buying pressure at the bottom end of that channel. I think we're going to go. And I got long yesterday right there at 68.85. 68.85 because this action, the gap down, rallying green, yesterday was the perfect opportunity for this stock to crack. But it didn't just not crack, it rallied. That was my indication that shorts do not have this stock under control. This stock pushed green and closed high. So I got long yesterday at 68.85. Let's fast forward to today. Beautiful extension move up to $76 from the 68.85 entry. Now, my first take profit, okay? was the 73.50 area. Why 73.50? That's the final line in the sand of that channel. So remember, we drew that channel. I'll take you guys back to the daily chart. That is your final pivot high of the channel. And you can see today we broke above it. I would have liked to have seen slightly higher volume than what we got today. I would like to have seen slightly higher volume than what we got, but we closed above this previous pivot high. And if we can start to extend, I think you can see this stock easily get back up into the 80s and eventually give you a big squeeze. Okay, so I'm long from 68.85. I took 25% of my position off the table today. I will take you guys to my trade alerts on the day. Here we are at 3:16 p.m. Guys, this is the trade log from chat. So every day I download all the trade alerts that get executed in the chat room so you guys can see them all. So here you guys can see 3:16 p.m. Took some profit on NKLA at 73.31, still holding some from the entry yesterday at 68.85. Okay, so 25% of my position came off the table in front of that pivot high. Right there is where I sold 25% of my position. So again, here's the entry. Here's your first take profit. And now I'm still long the bulk of my position. I'd like to see if we can get some follow through tomorrow and see if the squeeze ensues. The key for this squeeze ensuing, if we're going to get a short squeeze, the volume will start to increase every single day. Okay. Today we traded 20.8 million shares. Yesterday we traded 17.8 million shares. If we start to squeeze, the volume should get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as we go forward. So if we're going to squeeze, we should have bigger volume tomorrow than we had today. Maybe the stock resets tomorrow, gives you one last little, I can't break down, and then it goes. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the stock just gives me, a little consolidation day, maybe pulls back into 70, 71 holds, okay, and then goes. I wouldn't be surprised if the stock did that. Maybe it waits for the trade line. This trade line, maybe it waits for the trade line to catch up before it squeezes. But once the squeeze begins, you'll know because the volume will start to increase each and every single day. Okay? The volume will start to increase each and every single day. All right? So that's my new swing trade, guys. I'm long from 68.85. I took 25% of my position off the table at 73.31. I'm still long the bulk of my position. My next take profit. Let me guys tell you the rest of the game plan. My next take profit is going to be right here. 80 to 84 is my next take profit. And then my final take profit won't be up until the mid-90s. Okay? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Okay? So that's the swing trade. I wanted to share with you guys the swing trade. NKLA, I'm long from 68.85. My targets are up into the mid-80s. Final target's going to be up in the 90 area. Okay? So that's where I'm at now with that trade on NKLA. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Now let's talk about the SPY. This is the technical setup that I've been dying to share with you. Now, the untrained eye is going to look at this and say, what in God's name is that? How could you look at that and determine what the stock market or the SPY is going to do? That's the untrained eye. TTG members, Brandon, specifically you, my brother, we're all over this setup today because they got the education. What I'm going to share with you right now is a tremendous technical analysis lesson. I'm going to share with you now an ascending wedge pattern that forms beneath a key resistance level to give you a picture perfect, amazing risk reward entry on a short or a put option. In this case, it was a put option. Everything that I'm about to cover with you is included in the courses. What I'm going to cover with you right now is in the more, actually, this is a combination because the ascending wedge is introduced in the beginner stock trading course, but using multiple indicators together to identify A+ setups is in the advanced course section. So I'm giving you guys kind of a sneak peek into the beginner courses and the advanced courses and the beginner options trading courses all in one trade. All in one trade. This thing is a thing of beauty. I want you guys to really start to pay attention, maybe take some notes, go back and rewatch this area, the area of this live stream, because this is a pattern that I want you to be able to recognize. It's an extremely high probability setup that gives you unbelievable risk reward. Your risk reward on this particular setup is fantastic. Usually when you enter a trade, you want at least 2-to-1, maybe 3-to-1. This is a setup that you can get 6, 7, 8-to-1 on your risk reward. Okay. I love setups like this. It's the same like the TGD triangle. The TGD triangle is a setup where you can get 6, 7, 8 times risk reward on. This setup is similar to that. It's just on the short side. Okay. Let's get into it. Now, coming into the day today, we gapped up. I want you to notice a very clear area of resistance in the SPY. Okay. Now, you may not have seen this when we first brought this chart up. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to show you all of this. Okay. Notice the resistance at 314.50. You guys see the resistance over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days. Resistance at 314.50. This is a key resistance level. This is a key resistance level. Multiple days, multiple attempts, multiple failures. That's what makes this a key resistance level. So now as we zoom in today, that's the last week and a half. Now let's zoom in today. This is today's action. What I started to see happen today was the formation of an ascending wedge. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a picture perfect ascending wedge. If you do not know what an ascending wedge is, do not worry. This pattern is introduced to you in the beginner stock trading courses. Okay? An ascending wedge is a trend reversal pattern. It is a bearish setup. So when I can identify a bearish setup intraday that is forming beneath a key resistance level, this 314.50 is a key resistance level. So I already have resistance above me, and I have a bearish pattern intraday forming beneath the key resistance. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for on this setup? As we pushed up to the top end of this wedge, I bought right there, guys. Right there is where I went ahead and bought the 313 strike June 24th expiration put option in the SPY. Let me take you guys to my trade alerts. Here you can see at 1:52 p.m. bought SPY 313 strike. Let me zoom in for you. 1:52 p.m. bought SPY 313 strike June 24th expiration put option at $1.46. Stop loss if the SPY gets above the 314.50 area. Why the 314.50 area? Because that's the key resistance level that we just identified. It's also the top end of the ascending wedge. So if the SPY did that, I'm out. I'm out. Take my loss. But this is an ascending wedge forming beneath a key area of resistance, and I attacked this thing. Bang! We get the break down out of the ascending wedge. VWAP was previously an area of support. So that was my first take profit. Right there. I sold 25% of my position. Back to the alerts. Took some profit. 10 minutes later, took some profit at $1.70, still holding some. Then we break down below VWAP and we start to roll. Where are we at? 3:25 p.m. Took more profit. 2:05. Still holding some. I bought these contracts at $1.46. I'm now selling the bulk of my position at $2.05 a contract. Right there. So there's the entry, your first take profit, your second take profit. Then we broke below the low of the day. And right before the close, right there, my final take profit, 3:58 p.m. Final take profit SPY, 313 strike, 624 expiration, put option at $2.14. And that, my friends, is a home run trade. Okay? That, my friends, is a home run trade. This is what professional technical analysis looks like. This is what professional technical analysis sounds like. If someone that you are following cannot explain their trades to you like this, run. Every professional trader should be able to explain to you exactly the same way that I just explained this trade to you. This is a tremendous technical lesson. When it comes to technical analysis, the ascending wedge forming beneath a key resistance level is a grade A setup to the downside. You can either short the stock or you can buy put options on the stock. In this case, I bought the put options. If you guys want to get the rest of this type of analysis, stop wasting your time. Use the coupon code TTG620, get a 34% discount on our 1-year membership plan. It includes all the courses where you will be able to, when you're done with these courses, you will be able to identify these types of setups. I can go back and delete all of this. I guarantee you there's probably a handful of you that can look at this chart before I just said what I said, and tell me what's the setup on this chart. This probably looks like complete nonsense, mumbo jumbo, foreign language to most of you. This is what professional technical analysis looks like. This is what you're going to learn as a member of True Trading Group. This is what you're going to learn by going through the courses. This is what you will be able to do on your own after you go through the courses. You become part of the TTG family. Guys, the prices of these courses are going up in July. You have 1 week left to get this entire package for $1,089. Use the coupon code TTG620. Sign up before midnight. You have 2 hours left. Sign up before midnight. You're going to get a free one-on-one mentorship session included with your membership. Stop looking at a chart and scratching your head, and start looking at a chart and start identifying opportunity. That's the difference between a professional technical analysis and an amateur. Stop scratching your head. Stop saying, I think I see this. I'm not really sure. Is this a bull flag? I don't really know. Should I pull the trigger? I don't know. Stop saying that. Stop second guessing yourself. stop guessing in general. Stop scratching your head. Start identifying opportunity. Okay? This is what professional technical analysis looks like. A lot of members caught this trade. This was a big win. I was red earlier in the day. This brought me well back into the green. I mean, this was a slam dunk trade. Okay, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I thought there was going to be support around 311. Okay, we found support there after hours. There's your 311. Okay, you guys can see there's your 311. Okay, maybe 310.50. There's 310.50. There's 311. And we just kind of paused there after hours. I haven't taken a look at futures. I'm not sure what the futures market's doing at the moment. But I thought we had room to 311. We got down there to like 311.50 before the close, and I took my final profits off the table, guys. And this was a big win. Okay? This was a big win. All right? Does anybody have any questions about the SPY trade or the NKLA trade specifically? Because then I'm going to let the Wolf go over a couple of his trades. Does anybody have any questions on those trades? Jonathan Moreno says, how fast can you make back your investment? Thanks. Jonathan Moreno, we did a survey with all of our members in chat. Okay, we did a survey with all of our members in chat. The most common answer is within 1 month. Within 1 month is the most common answer. Some people do it in 1 day. We have a lot of members do it in 1 day. 1 day, 1 week. Some people do it in 1 month just because they don't trade for they join, they go through the courses, they learn for like the first 2 weeks. They're not really even trading. Yes, Mav. So Mav says, if one is not in NKLA, would a pullback present an entry tomorrow? Yes. Mav, I think a pullback in NKLA to the $70 to $71 area could give you an entry opportunity on NKLA. Yeah, Susan says, would it be smart to enter NKLA tomorrow? I think if NKLA pulls back to 70 to 71 and that area holds, I think that could be a buying zone. Yes, Ned, you can definitely short the SPY whenever you want. It's easy to borrow. No, Steve. No, actually, it's the exact opposite, Steve. So Steve says, do you find the rising wedge tends to work better on gap downs? Actually, no, it's the exact opposite. Ascending wedges form at the top of uptrends. Ascending wedges form at the top of uptrends. Ascending wedges are a signal that a stock is running out of steam. It's a trend reversal pattern. It's a trend reversal pattern. You will find that ascending wedges will actually work more when a stock gaps up than if a stock gaps down. Ascending wedges are bearish reversal patterns. So if it's a bearish reversal pattern, that means it's bearish. That means the stock resolves itself to the downside when this pattern forms. If it's a reversal pattern, that means it must be forming at the top or at the end of an uptrend to reverse the trend to be bearish. Okay, you will learn all of this in the courses, guys. You will learn all of this in the courses. When to how to see this, how to identify these patterns, also when to trade these patterns, when to enter, where to set your stop losses based on that. Like I showed you guys with that pattern on the SPY. Okay, with that pattern on the SPY, my stop loss is right there. So if the SPY did this, I would stop out of that trade. But it didn't. It broke down out of the wedge. And then the rest is history. Okay, then the rest is history. Justin Fox, honestly, man, I'm not really sure. How do you think the market will do tomorrow, bullish or bearish? Honestly, man, I think tomorrow we could go down to like 310, 310.50, but this market is such a crapshoot. There's so much headline risk, Justin. There's China headlines. There's Biden-Trump poll headlines. There's coronavirus case spreading headlines. There's riot and protest headlines. there's vaccine headlines, there's Fed headlines, there's unemployment headlines. I mean, there's bankruptcy headline. I mean, there's so many headlines that could potentially move markets right now that it's a crapshoot, man. Honestly, like it's really tough. It's really tough to have conviction one way or the other right now in the overall markets. If you had to ask me, Mike, you got to pick one. What are we doing tomorrow? I think we maybe get down to 310, 310.50, and then we bounce around a little bit. That's what I think happens tomorrow. Yes, Kenneth, exactly. So I'll talk to you guys real quick about some basic option stuff, and then I'll let the wolf jump on. Kenneth says, so your put profit grows as the stock moves toward your strike price. It doesn't have to get below that strike. It does not have to get below it. No. Okay, it does not have to get below it. Because you have to understand what an option contract actually is. When you buy an option contract, you are buying the right to buy or sell shares of that stock at a specific price on a specific day. So at a specific price, that's your strike. On a specific day, that's your expiration. So if I bought the 313 strike, 624 put option, that means I'm buying a contract that allows me the right to sell shares of the SPY at $313 at the closing bell on June 24th. That's what that means. If Jason bought a $130 strike call option on Roku that expires on July 2nd, what that means is he's buying a contract that gives him the right to buy shares of Roku because it's a call option. If you buy a put option, you're buying the right to sell shares at that price. If you buy a call option, you're buying the right to buy shares at that price. So if Jason bought call options, the $130 strike, July 2nd expiration, he's buying the right to then buy shares at $130 at the closing bell on July 2nd. That's what that contract allows you the right to do. So depending on where the stock moves in comparison to the strike price, in comparison to the expiration date, the value of that contract is going to fluctuate. As a stock moves closer to your strike price, the chances of that contract being what is called in the money increases. So the contract becomes more valuable. Let's say the stock's at 125 and Jason buys a 130 call option. As the stock gets closer to 130, let's say it goes to 126, 127, 128. That means now the chances of the stock going above 130 increases. So that option is more valuable. If I said to you, okay, you have the right to buy the stock at $130, but the stock's trading at 125, that contract's not going to be that valuable. But if the stock goes to 128, 129, and I say, hey, here's a contract that will allow you to buy the stock at 130 on July 2nd, that contract just became more valuable. Why? Because the chances of Roku going over 130 by July 2nd has greatly increased. So the value of that contract increases. That's why you can make money in options even before the stock reaches your strike price. There's something called intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is how far above a call option, above the strike price of a call option, or how far below the strike of a put option the stock is. So let's say Jason buys a call option in Roku with a $130 strike. Well, the stock's trading at 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 129 and 99 cents. There is zero intrinsic value on that option. because if the option expires, Jason has to buy the stock at $130 a share. So if the stock is below 130, there's no intrinsic value on that contract, because if the stock's at 128, you can just buy the stock at 128 in the open market. You don't have to exercise the option on the contract to buy it at 130. So that's why it has no value. But now once the stock goes to 131, 132, 133, and you hold a contract that allows you to buy the stock at 130 on July 2nd, that contract is becoming increasingly more valuable because now the stock's at 133, but you have the right to buy it at 130. So that contract becomes more valuable. That difference above the strike price of a call option is called intrinsic value. It's how far above the call option of a strike price or how far below the strike price of a put option. It's also considered how far in the money your contract is. Then you have something called extrinsic value, which is also known as time value. That's how much time you have until your contract expires. The more time you have until expiration, the more time value there will be on your contract. Because the more time there is until expiration, the more chance there is that the stock goes above your strike price of your call option or goes below your strike price of a put option. As the stock gets closer to expiration, the time value works its way to zero. And eventually, when the contract expires, it's only worth its intrinsic value. So when the call option that Jason owns at 130 with a July 2nd expiration, on July 2nd at the closing bell, if Roku's trading at $132.50, that call option is going to be worth $2.50 because the stock is $2.50 above the strike price. If the stock is trading at 129, that contract is going to be worth zero because the stock is below his strike price. It has zero value, zero intrinsic value at that point. Okay, that's a quick little beginner's guide to an intro to options trading. This gets into a lot more detail in the beginner options course that talks about calls and puts, buying, choosing your strike price, choosing your expiration date, how to set stop losses, how to manage risk. For all the rest of that information, guys, I recommend you guys join True Trading Group, use the coupon code TTG620, go through the stock trading courses, go through the option trading courses. Learning how to trade options is a crucial piece of ammunition. It's a crucial tool to add to your arsenal as a trader because you can't just trade small caps all day long, guys. Small caps get hot, small caps get cold. And if all you're doing is trading small caps, you're not going to be consistently profitable because you're going to have real big months, you're going to have real small months. You're going to have real big months, then you're going to have real big red months because you're just chasing stocks and momentum that's not necessarily there. We've been spoiled the last several weeks. Small caps have been red hot. You've been spoiled. Small caps will cool off. They cooled off today. Small caps really weren't hot today. Okay, but you will miss these opportunities in some of these larger names that normally with a small account you're never going to be able to trade. Apple, Facebook, Roku, Tesla, the SPY. If you have a small account, you can't afford those shares, but you can afford the options. I bought SPY options at $1.46 a contract, $1.46. Okay, sometimes those SPY contracts are 50 cents, 75 cents a contract. So you can take advantage of the price action in these larger cap names, even though you have a small account. It allows you so much more diversity and access to take advantage of so many more opportunities in the market. So guys, don't waste another minute. You've got less than 2 hours left now to use the coupon code TTG620, get a 34% discount on your membership, get all of the courses, learn how to trade options, and get a free one-on-one mentorship session before midnight tonight. Now I'm going to turn things over to the Wolf. I'm going to let him go over quickly with you guys what he did today because Jason had some killer option trades today in Roku, in INO, and in Chronos. So I'm going to let him go ahead and I'll turn the floor over to the Wolf and let him go over some of those trades with you guys.
Hey, everybody. All right. Okay, guys. So, today was, real nice day, real nice morning. We had a little bit of a continuation trade Mike, if you could pull up Roku.
Yep, got it.
Great, thank you. So yesterday, right before the close, I went after Roku. Okay, I saw that it was bouncing off a certain level the last couple of days, so I felt a little comfortable. Took a tier 1 position in at like 340 on the 131 call, and we ended up selling that call or getting out of most of that position as high as $4.15, I believe, with the bulk of it right around $4. So we caught a 60-cent move. So going into today, I had 60 cents of insurance. Okay, so what that means is if I ended up buying the call again around that price, which I ended up doing today, I knew that in order for me to lose money on it, the option would have to drop down to like 280 for me to be break even. Okay. Luckily, that didn't happen. So we got in again this morning at 337 on that same option, the 131. And I jumped on the mic and I said, look, you guys probably end up getting a better price. I'm going in with insurance. The option actually dropped down to $3. I didn't catch any of it. A lot of people in TTG did because, I'm the sacrificial lamb a lot of times. So then from there, we just started moving and grinding up as Roku does. Roku has a very particular pattern off the open, especially in the first 15 minutes. Okay, this is how catching that pattern on Friday is what we did for a 264% gain on one of the options. So today we ended up catching the move all the way back to $4. And then what did we do? We took profit. We took profit at 4, and then it pulled back again. And then when it pulled back again, we waited, got back in at 320 now. So now, not only am I going in with 80 cents of insurance, but I'm also buying the option 17 cents cheaper than what I paid for it in the morning. So then what happens? Roku pops, starts grinding all the way back up. We took profit on this 8 times. 8 times. It got to the point where I was like running out of options to sell. The highest that I sold was $4.25, and the option ended up going to $4.60. So I wasn't mad because it ended up being a monster trade, just the way that we were swinging it. And this is something that I love to do with an option, especially if I feel comfortable in the position, especially if I know that going into the position, I've got a lot of insurance and not a lot of risk. So that option ended up being just an absolute monster. It wasn't a linear move where it was like 100% gain, but when you string together all the gains, it ends up being over 100%, just quietly. So people got a quiet boom. And that kind of set the tone for the morning. And then for probably the next hour or so, we're just kind of hanging out, seeing what's going on. And somebody in chat says, hey, Aurora is moving. And I was like, why is Aurora moving? Right? That company sucks. And then I was like, oh, Aurora's halted. News halt. And I was like, oh. First thing I do is I look at Canopy, and I look at Kronos, and I look at Tilray. Now, because I'm the Wolf of Weed Street, obviously, I have a pretty good idea of how these things are going to move. And I know that Kronos is going to be the laggard of those 3. So what do? We get $7 call options for July 10th, giving us 18 days before it expires. Got in 29 cents, 30 cents, and the whole thing was, if Aurora's news is actually good, this thing is going to go to $7. So when we got in, the price of Kronos was about $6.65 or something. and it just starts going up. Okay, it ends up making a move to 40 cents. Took profit 38 for 27%, and then Aurora unhalts, and I get to see the news now. And now I see that the news is just that they're selling a facility, which, you know, I explained to the group is something, one, that they need to do, but that they're going to have a big write-down on it. And I think everything is just going to come right back down, you know, because these things have a tendency when they make, you know, pops over 5% to give it all back. So because I know that, I tell the group, guys, you know, this is where you want to take, you want to take profit. I give it a minute. I end up getting flat. Everybody ends up getting flat. I look at the end of the day. We just put, you know, we don't even look at Kronos again. The option ends up closing at like 21 cents. Kronos ends up pulling all the way back.
Yeah.
It gives it all back. We basically caught a 24-minute move.
Yeah, seriously.
The time I got in was 11:06, and I got out at 11:30. And that's why Mike probably didn't see it. He was probably, you know, eating pizza.
I'm always eating pizza. Why? Just because I'm Italian, I'm always eating pizza.
Pizza Mike. So then from there, and I started looking at INO. And now, guys, if you guys know me and you know in TTG, I have always said that I am going to short INO when it gets over 16 bucks, because it's been consistently a good short at 16. Now, with the news today, I knew there was going to be FOMO, right? And I just wasn't ready to step in front of it. I was looking at $17 puts. I was looking at $18 puts. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to try and guess this. There's nothing that's telling me that this thing is going to slow down. All right? I believe that INO is a $4 stock. Okay? And that belief could get in the way of your trade, right? If you're really hard-headed about it, you could end up getting destroyed trying to step in front of this. And trust me, people are like, are you going to short INO? Are you going to short INO? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Just be patient. Just be patient, you know? And then around 12:50, I started to notice something on INO. So it was just before 1 o'clock, and we had already gone over $22 at this point, and we were pulling back a bit, and we were 21.60. So I jump on the mic and I say, guys, I'm going to short INO. I'm going to buy puts on INO. This is ultra high risk. I know that my actual words were, I know that I am stepping in front of a freight train, but I see something, I see a signal based off of how I trade that's telling me, roll the dice, you know? And what I was looking at was the MACD just slightly curling, getting downward on like the 5 minute, which is nuts. The RSI was like just 94 on the hourly, and I was just like, this is just, it needs to cool down. People, and now I'm thinking of it as, if I was in this stock, would I be taking profit up here? Of course I would. Why wouldn't you be taking profit? So I felt comfortable. We ended up getting into the trade at like 240. I think a couple people followed me. I'm not sure how many people followed me in on this one, but it ended up being a really decent trade. I think got out, sold as high as 4 or something. I have to check. So caught another 60-cent move, which is great. You know, when you consider that for every 10 options you have, 10 cents is $100. So if you've got 10 options, you're making $600. If you've got 20, you're making $1,200, and on and on and on and on. And I said, look, I'm not planning on being in this long. I just want to make 50 cents on it. I had my target in mind. I got out at 4. I gave it a little time for the rest of my position, and I got flat. And I got flat at I think it was 280, 285 in that area. And it starts to bounce up, and then it falls apart. It goes back. It goes under 20. The option actually went, I think, to 350. But at this point, I really don't care, because the whole objective was to make money, not try and catch the top, right? Because more often than not, if you try and top tick, get the low and sell the high, you're going to end up leaving money on the table, and it's a really bad, what's the word I'm looking for? Habit to form.
Yeah.
Right? If you try and do this all the time, you're going to end up leaving a lot more money on the table, and people should get used to taking profit. Okay? So, got out of that tree, and I'm just hanging out. Now, I wanted to go back into Roku, and just because I've been stalking Roku so much, I said to everybody, I go, look, if we do reload this, we're not going to reload the 131 strike. All right? We're going to try and get the 130, maybe the 129 if it looks good. So the 130 was trading at like 350 at this point. And now I know, given all of the times I've traded it, how much insurance I've got on the move. And I've got a lot of insurance. But with that being said, another thing that I said is, look, this is going to be a tier 1 entry, meaning I'm going to go in with small size. And it's not just going to be a tier 1 entry, but I'm only going to play with profit. I'm not going to play with my money. I'm going to play with house money. I'm going to try and grow that profit, and we'll take it from there. And for, a good 10 minutes, it looked promising. And then Roku just started to pull back with the broader market. Okay? I ended up holding that position. It's down, but I'm holding that position overnight because I know that, one, I'm playing with their money at this point. So I can make the trade whatever I want it to be. If I need to get out, I get out. I give back some of that profit. Going 3 for 4 when you're trading options, if you could do that every day, so long as you manage your risk properly, you will have an unbelievable career trading, especially trading options. I didn't go in and say, in a revenge trade and be like, okay, now I'm going to go and buy 200 contracts, and it cost me 70 grand. I didn't do that. I went in there with an objective. It just hasn't developed yet. Now, that can change tomorrow morning. It could go the other way tomorrow morning. But the moral of the story is, on those last trades, if you feel the need, and you this might have been over trading, but what I was risking was a small percentage of my profit on the day. So I still feel comfortable in it. I still think that Roku can make a move. I know that there is a lot of open interest way above me, and that's not always going to prove to be correct. But I think that Roku could still give me a nice profit on it. But at the same time, I'm not going to fight it if it doesn't look that way. Remember, I do not want to give up any more profit than I have to. So, this is one of the things that you guys need to know when you're trading options. You need to go in with a plan. you need to have an exceptional amount of discipline. Because, you know, a lot of people will go in and be like, look, I killed it on the first 3 trades of the day, and I really want to make more money. You know, I've done this before, and I've always burned myself. So, you know, like, guys, I'll give you a quick little story. Last year, I was trading options and crushing it on the day. I was up in realized gains $49,500 trading options. My nephew called me, and my nephew was actually in TTG Tuesday today, so it's funny.
Nice.
My nephew calls me, and he says, what's going on, Uncle Jay? How you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just killing it. He's like, how much are you up? You know, because he's my nephew. He's excited for me. I'm like, 49,500. And I'm like, it's really pissing me off. And he's like, dude, just stop. He's like, just stop. I'm like, I need to make 50,000. He's like, all right. So I was like, hold on. I'm going to scalp 100 SPY like options right now. So I bought 100 SPY options, and I was just trying to get 5 cents. That's it. I was like, I just want 5 cents. I ended up losing 20 grand. Okay. So this is why you need to be very disciplined and not do stupid shit like that, because it will burn you. Play with profit at the end of the day. Because let me tell you something. You know, like, kind of, you know, I'm looking back and I'm like, why didn't I get into that SPY put with Mike? You know, why didn't I follow him? You know, if you guys were on the stream last night, I said 1450 was the top of the plateau.
Yeah, literally. Yep.
And guys, what was the high of the day on the SPY today?
314.50.
There you go.
To the penny. To the penny. 314.50 to the penny.
Yeah, guys, and I don't chart. So, you know, for me to call that out, I feel like like Happy Gilmore when he learned how to putt. So, you know, I felt that we were just going to trade in this channel, and I think Mike is spot on about 310, and then we bounce around.
Yeah.
But you know, guys, when you're trading options, when you're swinging stock, when you're investing in general, you have to stay active, and you have to realize that it is you've got the rest of your lives to trade, to try and you know, and grow that account. Remember, $100 a day will make you 25 grand a year extra. All right, $200 make you 50 grand, and on and on. And the only way that you do that is by being consistent. You know, that's how you become a consistent, profitable trader, which is, you know, the tagline for TTG. And you know, this is why you have to get an education. You have to be with a group that is also learning. Guys, like that Chronos trade, I wasn't even looking at pot. I wasn't even looking at pot stocks. It was somebody in the group that had said it to me and said it to the group, and I was like, okay, that's worth a look. We would have never gotten that trade. You know? So, and this is also the power of being in TTG, right? Because you're in a group with people that are not sheep, okay? People are learning. People are picking out ascending wedges. Guys, I couldn't pick out an ascending wedge if you put $1 million in front of me. Okay? And I don't try and be that guy. That's not me. Right? I'm good at weed and I'm good at options.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that the rest of the team has my back on all of those other things. Because let me tell you guys, there's times where I'm like looking at an option and I'm kind of like, you know, finger on the trigger. And I'm like, hey, let me send Mike a message. Like, what do you think of this? And he'd be like, you're fucking crazy. And I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. No, I don't say that. But and I'm just like, all right, you know, like I'll just take that. Not an A+ setup. I just hear Mike's voice. I hear Mike's voice in my head saying it's not an A+ setup, but when I hear his voice, it's with a mouthful of pizza. So, guys, I want you to take the time, join us, have a one-on-one with me, have a one-on-one with Mike, have a one-on-one with any of the other guys, and it's worth it, you know. And you know, really, you know, that's the moral of the story, guys. We've been going over this every Tuesday. We've had these days, right, where we're just killing it. I don't understand why the people that are on the fence, because I look at it objectively, right? If I'm in your shoes and I'm coming into TTG like 2 weeks in a row and I'm making money, I'm like, well, why would I want to make money on Wednesday? Well, what about Monday?
Right, exactly.
What about Friday? Guys, here's a news flash. Tuesdays haven't even. If you look at the days of the week when we're crushing the most, it's not Tuesdays, and we crush on Tuesdays. On Friday, you could have done one trade, 264%, and that was just me. On the last Friday, last week, I had 4 option trades that went over 100%. And the one shitty trade, because I went 5 for 5, went 50%. Guys, join us, sign up, make the investment in yourselves, learn how to fish, be a fucking wolf, you know? Take the reins, call out a good trade. Let me send you a nice coffee machine or a bag of monkey poo coffee, which I love doing. It's $300 a bag for that coffee. It's actually pretty weak, but if you send me a great trade, I'll send you a bag of coffee. Mike will buy you a steak dinner, you know, and then we'll all high five. There is a lot of education that comes with TTG. Guys, I could go anywhere. I'm with TTG for a reason. And it's because it's not bullshit. I had enough bullshit in my life. I do not want any bullshit anywhere else. And honestly, guys, I really love everybody in there. You guys are a lot of fun. So join us. It's like the Goonies, except the Goonies, we make money. We get the pirate ship full of gold.
Yeah, the wolf is without a doubt officially the TTG comedian. In case you guys haven't realized that.
Yeah, you know, I try. So yeah, guys, that's it for me. You know, the decision's up to you at the end of the day. Like, I'm not gonna try and push you. I'm speaking right now to the people that see it in real time, see that what we're doing during the day is actionable and can change your life in some capacity. So that's it.
All right, guys. Anybody have any questions for the wolf? Anybody have any questions about his Roku trade, his INO trade, his Chronos trade? Anybody have any questions for the wolf? Uh, hmm. Juicy Lynn. I have a small account which I'm down 75%. As of now, I'm not able to afford the course. What's your best advice until I'm able to pay for it? Juicy Lynn, my best advice to you is to go through my YouTube channel. There are a ton of golden nuggets on the YouTube channel. Um, I give you guys a lot of free content, a lot of free lessons, just because it shouldn't be this difficult to get an education for trading. Like, I just don't understand why you can get an education to do anything else online, you know? But when you go to try to get an education on how to be a trader, you get fed a complete bunch of bullshit, nonsense, secret patterns and secret strategies, and education from people that have never even done this professionally. And it's just, I don't know why it's so, I don't know why it's like that. I mean, a lot of that's part of the reason why I started True Trading Group was because the lack of information is just horrendous, and quality education. So that's why I do these live streams. I answer your questions. I go over these trade recaps with you. I go over these lessons with you. You know, you guys probably learned more on this live stream than you have in other chat rooms or other courses. And that's what a real education will do for you. A real education is going to teach you. I guarantee you, and I can actually confidently make this guarantee. I guarantee you that when you join True Trading Group, you're going to learn more in 2 weeks than you've learned in the last 2 years. I guarantee that. You're going to learn more in the first 2 weeks than you've learned in the last 2 years. That's what a professional education does. You're actually learning. You're actually learning the right way to do this. And, I'd say maybe 10 or 15% of the curriculum I've given for free on the YouTube channel. Like me going through the ascending wedge with you today, my NKLA swing trade, the setup on that, how I came up with that idea. That, along with all the other videos on my YouTube channel, I mean, it's great content. You'll probably learn more on those videos for free than you will elsewhere. But that's 10 to 15% of what you're going to learn in the curriculum. It's really the tip of the iceberg. And so many people are obsessed with trying to find some secret, trying to find some fail-proof system that works 100% of the time. Guys, it doesn't exist in trading. It doesn't exist. There's no pattern, there's no secret strategy, there's nothing that works 99% of the time. It doesn't exist. If it did, I'd be a trillionaire by now. If it existed, I'd be a trillionaire. Okay?
There's no shortcuts, guys.
Yeah. There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts.
People, like, think of every successful person you know. That they don't have to be a trader. They could sell fucking mops. They all work really hard. It takes time. You get out of it what you put into it. If you do the work, you will see the rewards. I mean, Giuliana, maybe what you need to do is take a look at what you're buying. Because going down 75% sounds like you're taking advice, cues from people, and you're chasing stuff. That's the only thing I could think of. Unless you're trading options and you're trying to go after the SPY and Apple and you're trading with your gut. Because you should not be in any position where you're going down, especially on a stock, more than 15%. Guys, if I go down 15% on the stock, I cut it. I don't look back. And with an option, like, you just have to be very disciplined. The thing about options is everybody wants to trade them because They can make small accounts into big accounts very quickly. That's the truth. They could also destroy small accounts and put people off of trading, which you don't want.
It's so true, man.
And a lot of times, it's people are just trading the wrong options. Start with something that's not as volatile as Apple or the SPY. I mean, people telling me they're going after Tesla options. I mean, they tell me to this day, and I'm like, look, you guys know how I feel about Tesla. I don't mess with Tesla. It's just too volatile. That thing can drop $50 because Elon Musk decides to tweet out that he thinks his stock is too high. So, and anything can happen. You're trading the SPY, and what if Pete Navarro yesterday said that the trade war was over during market hours? Could you imagine?
Oh my God. I almost wish he did it during market hours. Oh, that would have been fun.
It's great if you're short, but
right, yeah, that's how you lose. That's how you lose 80% of your,
So, that's pretty much it. Like you go down 75%. You need to look at all of your trades. You need to go into your trades slower, and you need to stop following people on Twitter or people that say they've got the secret sauce. Because guess what? There's no secret sauce.
Yeah, guys.
Use that minus 75% as a learning experience. That way you never repeat it again. Because you don't want to go 75% down on the remainder of your 25%.
Yeah. Guys, I mean, I can't agree with the Wolf anymore. I mean, there are no shortcuts. There really isn't. When you guys become a trader, you have to understand that you're making the decision to become the ultimate entrepreneur. The ultimate entrepreneur. Where your income is solely based on you and you alone. There's no cap to your success. There's no limit to your success. You keep on pushing yourself. You keep on growing. You keep on striving for more. I strive for more each and every year. And I'm at a big point in my career. I've been doing this for 16 years. And I'm continuously pushing myself, trying to better myself. And I expect to make more money every single year than I did the year before. That's an expectation that I hold to myself because I should be getting better every single year. Those are some of my goals. Okay. Those are I have dollar amount goals that I want to make per year. One of my goals is to make more than I did the year before. I have minimums that I want to hit. I have goals too. I have milestones and achievements that I cross off my list. And you can be the best accountant you can possibly be. You can be the best police officer you can possibly be. You can be the best nurse you can possibly be. There's a cap to how much you're going to earn at that position. Doesn't matter how good you are at your job. There's a limit to how much you're going to bring home. In trading, I know it might sound cliche, guys, but it's the truth. There's no limit. You want to make 10 grand a year, 100 grand a year, 500 grand a year, $1 million a year, $2 million a year. There's no limit. There's no limit. That's why I keep pushing myself each and every single year. You're not going to get to where you want to be by trying to just coast. Do you think Jeff Bezos got to where he is by just coasting and taking shortcuts? Do you think any successful entrepreneur got where they are by taking shortcuts and being lazy, not wanting to truly learn and perfect their craft? Do you think that the person that owns the CrossFit gym down the street from your house, do you think that they just got that successful gym just because they have a cool logo? Like you guys really have to think about, you are an entrepreneur. And if, sometimes people that are trading, they just lose complete concept of the value of a dollar, and they're just always looking for that quick buck. You have to understand that becoming a consistently profitable trader can literally change your life. Again, I know this sounds cliche. It is the truth. Why rush that? Why jeopardize that opportunity by trying to take a shortcut, getting your ass handed to you, and losing your money before you even get started? The greatest sin that I see traders make is that they never give themselves a chance. And what I mean by that is, they say, I've got $5,000 that I can give this a shot with. And what do? They take $5,000, they dump it into a garbage Robinhood account, or they put it into a Thinkorswim account, and they just start trading, looking for shortcuts, looking for stock tips, and they lose it before they ever got an education. Why in God's name would you start trading with real money before you have a single clue what you're doing? You have to understand, when you step into the stock market, you're getting into an arena every single day. And guess who you're going up to fight against? You're going up to fight against me. You're going up to fight against the trader at Goldman Sachs. Do you want to fight against me and the trader at Goldman Sachs having no clue what you're doing? Because I'm going to take all your money if that's what you're going to do. That I promise you. You're going to sell your shares to me. I'm going to sell my shares to you. And I'm going to be on the right side of that trade every time. Because you have no idea what you're doing. That's what's happening when you are going in and trading the stock market without knowing what you're doing. Get an education first. Too many traders start trading, have no idea what they're doing. They lose all the money they started with, and they don't have enough money to reload their account, and they quit. You didn't even give yourself a chance. You might be a millionaire trader. You might be one of the best traders I've ever seen. You'll have no idea because you never gave it a chance. There's a big difference between you putting money in a trading account, fumbling around on your keyboard, and then you actually getting a professional education, learning how to trade, and then implementing what you learned. It's not the same. You hear the stat, 90% of traders fail. That's probably true. But it's not because trading is some impossible task that only gift-minded people can attain. 90% of traders fail because they don't get an education. They think it's a get-rich-quick scheme. They're going to find the one stock that's going to go up 10,000%. They're going to buy it. They're going to hold the whole way. They're going to make $1 million, and their life's going to be changed forever. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. The reason why 90% of traders fail is because 90% of them do not take the time, they do not put in the work or the energy to actually learn. That's why so many people are so fixated. That is why so many of you have gotten scammed, because you are looking for the shortcut. You're looking for the answer. You're looking for the special secret, that strategy that nobody knows about, but this one person's going to teach you the keys to the stock market. They're taking advantage of your laziness. They're taking advantage of the average person not wanting to put in the work and looking for that quick buck. That's not the way this game works. If you ever want to get to a point where you can supplement your income, double your income, quit your job, tell your boss to go F off, it's not going to happen by you cutting corners. When you make the decision to start your own business, for those of you right now that are listening to this live stream that own your own business, you tell me how much work you had to put into making that a successful business to where you can earn a living off of. Did it happen overnight? Did somebody hand you a secret that made your business successful? Or did you study your craft, become an expert in your craft, your service or product that you offer, and then you put all your blood, sweat, and tears into making that a successful business. Trading is no different. It's no different. And honestly, I put so much time, energy, and effort into True Trading Group and into mentoring my students that if you are not serious and you're not ready to put in the work, I don't want you. This is reality check time. All the education, the free stuff, now that's all moved to the side. This is gut check time. Because I'm sitting here at 11 o'clock at night doing a live stream, sharing with you information that I don't need to. But for those of you that are interested and want to learn and are willing to put in the work, that are dedicated and motivated enough to put in the work, that are willing to invest in themselves to become a consistently profitable trader, I promise you I will be there with you every single step of the way. If you're looking for shortcuts, sign off this live stream right now. Because I'm not busting my ass to help you guys if you're not going to give me if you're not going to reciprocate that same effort. That's why, TTG, you don't see me advertising all over the place. You guys go on YouTube, you see 9,000 ads from everybody else that's advertising. You go on Google, you go on Facebook, you see 9,000 ads about trading. You guys ever seen an ad with me? You guys ever seen an ad with my face on it? If you found my YouTube channel, it's because either somebody recommended it to you or YouTube suggested it to you, not because it was a paid advertisement. I'm not looking for traders that just want to be a revolving door. That one, I'm looking for the special secret. I'm looking for the special secret. Okay, I don't want to put the work in. It drives me crazy when someone signs up and then I'm like, okay, did you go through and like we do a one-on-one, right? And I'm like, okay, did you go through the courses? They're like, oh no, I just wanted you to tell me what to do. What? I will tell you guys, you can follow all of my trades. Believe me, I tell you guys what to do, but what good is it if you don't understand what I'm telling you? If I say to you guys, I'm buying the SPY 313 strike, 624 put option at $1.46. My first take profit's VWAP. What good is me telling you that if you don't know what the hell I'm saying? You guys have to be willing to put in the work. And if you're willing to put in the work, I promise that I'm going to be there with you every single step of the way. There is no special secret. There is no special strategy. Nothing works 100% of the time. You as a trader have to identify A-plus setups where the majority of the time, the high probability trade, the stock's going to resolve itself in one specific direction versus another. You identify those on a daily basis. You put yourself in those positions. You manage your risk. You stick to your profit targets. And that is what you do every single day. You do those things, you will be on your way to consistent profitability. Now, how far you want to take it is up to you. Are you happy with making $1,000 a month extra? Do you want to make $10,000 a month? Do you want to make $20,000 a month and quit your job? Do you want to make $80,000 a month and crack that $1 million mark? That's up to you. Because there truly is no limit. It might sound cliche. I'm a testament to it. There's no limit. There's no limit. The limit is more. That's the limit. The limit is more when it comes to trading. You know, look at Jeff Bezos. The guy started out selling used college textbooks. Now he's the richest man in the world. You would think Jeff Bezos maybe would have been satisfied being worth 500 million, being worth 1 billion, being worth 10 billion. But no, he keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, and it remains at the helm of Amazon, worth $170 billion, whatever his net worth is now at this point with Amazon at all-time highs. I don't even know. It's probably 170 billion at this point, somewhere around there. You would think he'd be done at that point. He's not done because his limit is more. If you guys are serious about this, it's time you invest in yourself, get a professional education, stop looking to cut corners because you're only playing yourself. I'm telling you as someone that's traded professionally on Wall Street at a hedge fund, there is no secret. If there was a secret, the hedge fund would have had it. There is no special pattern. There is no special secret. Stop looking for it. Because while you're looking for it, you're going to lose all the money in your trading account. That's a promise. You're not going to find the secret. You're going to lose all the money in your trading account. You're going to become part of the 90% statistic. You're going to become part of the 90% statistic. But the traders that join True Trading Group that get a professional education, that stick with me, that we go through our mentorship programs, we go through their trades, we review their strengths, their weaknesses, we make the changes where necessary. Those are the traders that are going to be part of the 10%. Those are the traders that are going to be able to supplement their income, quit their jobs, potentially change their lives and their families. I never thought I would be as successful as I am today. I never thought I would be where I am at this point in my life. Never. It was all made possible through my skill set of trading. And that's the truth. You know, that's allowed me to invest in other businesses, have multiple streams of income. I mean, at this point, it's like, it's not even just my trading, but I'm still pushing my trading to get better and better and better and better. The money I made last year, tremendous. This year, I want more. And next year, I want more. And next year, I want more. And the year after that, I want more. Because I'm continuously pushing myself for me to get better. So you should be pushing yourself to get better every year as well. Guys, you have 1 hour left to take advantage of the free one-on-one mentorship session. I'm dead serious. If you guys are looking for that quick special secret, if you're looking to cut corners, you're looking for shortcuts in the nicest way possible, respectfully, I don't want you guys to join because I put a lot of time and energy into teaching the skill set to people that truly want to learn. Okay, so if you guys are serious about this, use the coupon code TTG620, get a 34% discount on your 1-year membership plan. That's $1,089 for the whole year. That includes the entire curriculum, as well as all future courses are included in that as well. There's no up fees, there's no upcharge or anything like that. Prices are going up in 1 week. June 30th at midnight, prices are going up. And if you sign up by midnight, you get a free one-on-one mentor session included. That's it, guys. I'm going to finish off this live stream with some gut check time. I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking facts. Get with it, guys. Okay? Coupon code TTG620, and I will see you guys all in chat. Thank you guys for joining us on this live stream. The Wolf and I enjoyed having you. I hope you guys learned something from this live stream because we talked about a lot of really good quality stuff. NKLA, we're going to see what happens with that stock tomorrow. Again, I'm long from 68.85. I took 25% of my position off the table at 73.31. I still have 75% of that position. I'd like to see that $70, $71 area become support if we get a pullback. Ideally, perfect world scenario, we push up to 76, 77, 78 tomorrow. That would make me feel much better. But if we do stall, we have a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to see 70, 71 hold. We'll see what happens there tomorrow, and we'll see what happens there on the SPY. Okay? That's it, guys. TTG 620. You have 1 week left, and I will see you guys in chat tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you guys later.
Later.